Next up on Community Conversations, Town Clerk Kelly McElreath and Elections Coordinator Tyler Hazard talk about voting.
Hi, my name is Kelly McElreath and I'm the Town Clerk, and this is...
My name is Tyler Hazard. I'm the Election Coordinator for the town.
And I'd like to thank Local Scene for having us here to talk about the election on November 5th, because it's been getting a lot of publicity locally and nationally.
Yeah.
So we're here to talk about it a little bit. Ty, can you talk about registering to vote and what the voters in Plymouth should be thinking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So the most important thing to note for voters is that you have to be registered in order to vote in the upcoming election. And you need to be registered by October 26th.
And that is a Saturday?
That's a Saturday.
Okay.
Yep, exactly. So there are multiple ways to register to vote here in Plymouth. The easiest way is probably just to come into our office at 26 Court Street, the town clerk's office. We're on the first floor. You can come right in, let us know you need to register to vote, and we'll give you the form you need to do so and get you in and out of there really quickly. The other thing, which is also really convenient, is to register to vote online. In order to do that, though, you have to have a Massachusetts driver's license.
With an updated address, correct?
Yes, it has to be, the address has to match where you are currently living. And if you have that, then you can go online to www.voteinma.com. That's going to bring you to the Secretary of the Commonwealth's website, and you're going to see a whole host of options available for you. Look for the one that says online voter registration. Type in your info, that comes to us, and we'll get you registered. Either of those two options don't work for you, you can give us a call and we can mail you a voter registration form so that you can mail it, fill it out, mail it back to us, and we'll get you on the voter roll.
Okay, but that has to be received by Saturday, October 26th, in order to vote. And I do know that we have a lot of people in Plymouth, because it's such a growing community. We have a lot of people moving from other communities or other parts of the country. So we highly encourage anyone to use that same website, voteinma.com, to verify that we have you registered to vote here in Plymouth. Before October 26th.
Absolutely. And if you try that and you can't find yourself for some reason, don't be shy. Feel free to give us a call. We're always happy to take a question on the phone and make sure that we have you on the voter rolls.
Sounds like a plan.
And I will say that voters in Plymouth are already very engaged and excited about the upcoming election. We have had more than 17,000 vote by mail ballot requests that have come into our office. So I thought maybe you could talk a little bit about vote by mail.
Yeah, so vote by mail really became prominent in 2022. They took everything that we did in 2020 due to the COVID precautions, and vote by mail became really popular with the voters here in Plymouth. And everyone, because this is a presidential year, many of the voters got postcards in March, and many of them put vote every election this year. So if you checked on that, or if you checked that box, if you were getting ballots throughout the year for the March, the local election, the September primary, know that your ballot is coming. I'd like to give kudos to the staff. We received 17,000 requests. In 10 days, we had those ballots prepared and mailed out. So now it's in the hands of the post office, and hopefully anyone that has requested those vote by mail ballots will get them very shortly. Once you get them, then it's important that you vote them right away and get them back to us as soon as possible. Yeah. There's a couple different options. You can definitely vote it. There's a postage paid envelope in with your ballot. You can just make sure you sign the brown envelope, and that has your name already pre-printed on it, and then just place that in the white envelope, and it gets no postage required, and it gets mailed right back to the office. If you're going to do that as soon as possible. We also have the ballot box that's located at 26 Court Street in what we consider to be the back of the building, where the parking lot is located. You can also go and drop it off there. Or if worse comes to worse, you're walking into Town Hall, you can just drop it off in our office
Come
as
say
well.
hi.
Come say hi, and we'll take it and process it. So the deadline to apply for a vote by mail ballot is October 28th, which I believe is a Tuesday. Maybe it's Monday. Monday, October 28th. Yes, it's Monday, October 28th. Sorry about that. So we have to receive your request by 5 p.m. And the major reason for that is we need time to get that ballot prepared and mailed out to you, so you have the opportunity to vote it and mail it back to us.
And Kelly, what happens if somebody thinks they requested a ballot, they haven't gotten it yet, is there a place that they can go to track?
Yeah, so
what's
the
going on with
Secretary of the
ballot?
Commonwealth actually has a great online portal that you can use called Track My Ballot, and there's links to it at that voteinma.com. So you can click on it, put your name, put your address, put Plymouth and the zip code, and it will come up and give you exactly what's happening with your ballot, that it's been mailed or it's been received. And I would highly recommend anybody that mails their ballot is to go back and track that in about a week's later to make sure that we've received it in time.
Yeah, absolutely. And that website's updated just about hourly, I believe.
Yeah, we discovered that today, so
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, so it's really up to date. So, it's a great resource for any voter out there who wants to make sure that their ballot by mail has been received by our office. And then, just like with other things, if you try to use that tool and it's not working for you, feel free to give us a call, and we're always, willing to let you know what's going on with your ballot, because we have that info as well.
And we're going to be in the office a lot in the next beginning, especially beginning on Saturday, October 19th, because we have in-person early voting. So, Ty, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so in-person early voting is a wonderful option for anyone that wants to vote in person, but maybe they can't make it on Tuesday the 5th, or they want to avoid long lines, whatever reason they might have. We have 2 full weeks of early in-person voting available in Town Hall on the first floor in that glass lobby that you walk through in order to get to our office.
Correct.
And you do not need to apply for it.
Nope.
It's no excuse, come on in, vote then and there, and you can avoid lines on election day. So it's really wonderful. And so that's going to be available for town hall business hours on Monday through Friday. And that information, town hall business hours, are available on our website.
Yep.
So if somebody knows they want to come in on that first Tuesday, they can look it up and find out what our hours are. I will say for the weekends, we're also going to be open. We're not normally open on the weekends, so those hours are 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And we're open both Saturday and Sunday.
Both Saturday and Sunday, that first weekend and the second weekend. So
And the
the
second
19th
weekend.
and 20th, and then it's the
We should have looked up these dates. The 26th and
There
27th
it
is
is,
Saturday
yeah.
and Sunday.
yeah, exactly.
So anybody can just walk in and vote. So as Tyler was saying, we love to pick up the phone and answer anyone's questions. So we will be there pretty much the next 14 days. So feel free to give us a call.
Even on Halloween. We'll be
Even
there
on Halloween,
Come
yeah.
on in.
As a matter of fact, everybody likes to get their sticker when they vote. We got special stickers for anybody that decides to vote in person on Halloween. So that will be a lot of fun that day.
Yeah, maybe that's a good day for people to come in, have something a little different.
Exactly. So I just want to remind everyone that actually ends on Friday, November 1st, and on Friday the business hours are 12 o'clock. So at 12 o'clock, in-person early voting stops. And then the next opportunity for everyone to vote would be Election Day.
Election Day, which is a very exciting day for all of us.
Yes.
So polls will be open on Election Day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And voters will go to their assigned polling location. It's not Town Hall unless that's where you're assigned.
Yep.
But if you don't know where you are supposed to vote, go to that same website that we keep on talking about, voteinma.com. There will be an option to look up your polling location on that website, and that's where you need to go on Election Day.
Yep.
And if you end up in the wrong place, we'll let you know and we'll send you to the right place. So no worries if you get a little mixed up one way or another.
Yeah, and just so the voters, not many, especially if you're new to the town of Plymouth or haven't experienced a presidential election, Plymouth has close to over 50,000 registered voters. We have 18 precincts that vote in 14 different locations. So definitely use that website if you're unsure where you vote, because there are certain locations that people go on Election Day.
Yeah, and it might have changed since the last time you voted.
Exactly, because
So
they
it's-
did get updated in 2021. That's a really good point.
So
Really good
we
point.
strongly recommend everyone ahead of Election Day goes to that website, looks up their polling place so that they go to the right place. But if you don't, we'll get you there one way or another.
Yep. And when people do go to vote, Massachusetts put out the information for voters. It's known as the Red Book. This information talks a little bit about, registering to vote, everything that we've just talked about, but it also gives you a detail on all the questions. There were 5 questions on the ballot this year. So if you're not sure, like don't even remember which question is what, definitely look for the voter guide, the Red Book in your mail. I think I got mine a couple weeks ago, so you should have it. If not, we have more in the office that you can pick up, and we'll have some at each of the polling locations for people to look at. So definitely do that.
Absolutely. And, want to stress that polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And if you're in line at 8 p.m. At your polling place and you haven't voted yet, stay in line. We will get you the opportunity to vote.
Exactly. Anybody in line at 8 p.m. will be allowed to vote. So lastly, I'm going to talk a little bit about, we've been talking about 17,000 requests for ballots, and we're getting about 100 every day. So we could be definitely up over close to 20,000 by Election Day. So with the 2022 Votes Act, it allows us to process many of those ballots that we receive early in order to get ahead of the ballots that are being counted on Election Day. So I just want to let the voters here in Plymouth know that anybody that voted by mail and we received their ballot, we're going to start processing those ballots, and that includes opening the envelope, securing them, and then putting them through a high-speed scanner so they can be counted. We don't do anything with those results until 8 p.m. on Tuesday, November 5th. That's when they get pulled. And those results get added to all the results on Election Day. That process, we're probably going to be starting that on Sunday, October 27th, and that will it could go all the way until November 4th. We're going to advertise that we're doing it each and every day, but we're not sure. It really depends on the volume of ballots that we have and what we can handle. And that's open to the public. So if anybody has any questions on that process, feel free to come in. We're going to be doing it in the courtroom at the Plymouth Town Hall, and we'd love to have you come and show you exactly how democracy works and how we count the ballots and move forward.
Absolutely.
And that helps us get our results, the unofficial results, the evening of the 5th.
Yeah.
So we hope that answered a lot of questions that you have for us for voting here in Plymouth. And Tyler and I are available by phone or by email. Just reach out to us through the website. Thank you, the voters of Plymouth. We look forward to seeing you on the 5th or before. Thanks.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video by The Local Scene, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.